1019 KACQ.
Good afternoon. I'm Casey Chapman here with your local Lampasas area news. This newscast is service of Hoppy's Pawn and Gun. It was a relatively easy day for LPD. Officers responded to 2 reported thefts, one in the 600 block of Northridge, the other on Sue Ann. Dispatcher sent them out on an assault in the 200 block of Cockrell Circle, which resulted in the arrest of 47-year-old Darlene Galvilla Vicencio of Lampasas for assault causing bodily injury and family violence. A criminal mischief call came in from the 200 block of South Chestnut, and a few suspicious activity and person calls came in, including the 1300 block of East Central Texas Expressway, the 900 block of South Key, and in the 1100 block of West First. Officers swept up several non-injury wrecks yesterday. South Elm and East 4th Street, the 500 block of South Pecan, and in the 100 block of East Central Texas Expressway. There were no arrests made by the county. Other than an animal complaint, Lomita stayed quiet. Kittner went out on a trespassing complaint and checked out a suspicious person. County deputies worked a few civil matters, cleared a wreck and worked a fraud case, and were called out to Cove on a criminal mischief call and an animal complaint. The burn ban remains in effect for Lampasas County. The 27th District Court was held last Friday. Those details and more Lampasas local area news is coming up next.
Whoa. Hey now, what are you looking for?
I'm a little short on change. I'm craving some tacos, and payday is still 2 days away.
Well, you have all of this stuff sitting around here that you're not using right now, so why not take it up to Hoffy's Pawn and Gun and burn it and have some money to tide you over? And I also see you have stuff that you haven't used in a long time that you could just go sell, like this guitar that you were going to learn to play years ago.
Hey, that's not a bad idea. I think I'll do just that. Tacos, here I come.
Hold up, I'll go with you. They take all kinds of stuff, like guns, jewelry, musical instruments, laptops, tools, and a lot more. They also offer a large selection of quality new and used guns and pistols, as well as ammo. Hey, do you feel like venison?
No, I don't think so.
Hoffy's Pawn and Gun. Check them out online at hoffyspawnandgun.com or head to 201 South Water Street in Burnett for all of your pawn shop and gun needs.
And when you just want some extra money for tacos.
Due to current health concerns, the annual holiday lunch and toy drive at the Lampasas Fire Department on Monday has been canceled. The fire department will continue to accept donations of new unwrapped toys in the drop-off box at the front door at the police department's lobby. They'll be handing out toys on the 19th from 7 to 11 at the fire department. If you need help this Christmas, you can pick up the required forms at any of the local churches. A bill has been filed to give public school employees a raise.
The bill establishes a $15 an hour minimum wage. It was authored by State Representative Jessica Gonzalez and includes all support staff, such as custodians, bus drivers, and food service workers. The Dallas Democrat filed another bill that would double the state's annual contribution to employee health care plans from $900 to $1,800.
Employees of Texas's public school system are currently battling COVID on the front lines in an effort to take care and educate our children. And so they're putting themselves at risk, and the last thing they need to do is worry about the cost of health care.
Both bills apply to public and open enrollment charter schools. Barbara Schwartz, TSN News.
And as COVID cases rise, there's a growing call to close schools and go back to virtual learning. TSN's Michael Board explains.
There's a growing call by some teachers groups to go back to virtual learning over fears of kids bringing the coronavirus onto campus. Bob Sanborn with the Texas-based group Children at Risk says that's the wrong thing to do.
Kids don't get sick in these earlier grades, and they don't get sick very often in school, period. We need to understand, hey, let's start doing more in the schools.
Sanborn says taking kids out of school hurts low-income families the most, so they want the state to step in with more supplies. On Monday, New York City reopened their public schools. Michael Board, TSN
The
News.
27th District Court was held last Friday. Joshua Dela Cruz of Lampasas failed to appear on an invasive visual recording charge, and Aaron Matthews of Temple was a no-show on a possession charge. Warrants for their arrest were issued. Of the 33 cases brought before the court, 6 were settled with 3 defendants. Roy Sewell pled guilty to possession of a controlled substance and had his probation continued. His DWI third or more was reduced to the second DWI and was sentenced to 1 year in county jail, probated plus cost and fees. Sewell pled guilty for assaulting a public servant and was given 10 years probation plus cost. Crystal Alderson of Lampasas pled guilty to abandoning and endangerment of a child, criminal negligence, and received 5 years probation with ISF as a condition, plus cost and fees. Alderson also received 5 years probation plus cost, restitution, and ISD for an incident involving an injury. Angie Alvarado of Killeen pled guilty to possession of a controlled substance and had one count waived. The remainder of the cases were reset or had trials set for a future date. For your COVID-19 update, as of yesterday, there were just over 200,000 active cases of the virus in Texas. That's up 1,000 since Sunday. We are now well over 22,000 fatalities, and over 1 million Texans have recovered from the virus so far.
Around the region, Bell County is holding at 9,170 total cases. Coryell County steady with 2,650, with 270 of those being active cases inside the Cove City limits. Burnett at 1,526, Mills with 175, San Saba adding 3, now with 313, and Hamilton holding at 322 total cases. Remember that the number of total cases also includes those who have recovered. Here locally, as of this morning, Lampasas County reported 76 active cases. That's an 18-case drop since the last report, bringing the number of total cases to 698. The county is now reporting 14 fatalities and 5 remain hospitalized.
1019 KACQ.